What is going on, guys? Lexo here, and today we're going to be talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. This is Quentin Tarantino's 9th film. He said before he's only going to do 10 films, so we'll see how that goes, but for now on, every Tarantino film is basically an event film. Like, you gotta go see it because he's pretty good director, I'd say. First of all, this story is, if you remember any tragedies that have happened in Hollywood, this is about Sharon Tate. 1969, she was tragically murdered at her house on August 9th, I believe, which is when the movie takes place, August 8th, August 9th of 1969. This movie centers around a Hollywood star that's trying to remain relevant and trying to keep his career, and also another Hollywood star that's just bright and young and up and coming. Then you got the stunt double of the Hollywood star that's kind of fading away in Brad Pitt, and he's probably my favorite character of the entire movie. Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio are two of the best working actors today, and they prove it again in this movie. They could just be sitting in the car talking, they could be sitting in a restaurant talking, and it's still kind of engaging. I like the take of Rick Dalton, which is Leonardo DiCaprio's character. He kind of depicts the struggling actor's life in Hollywood. Like the growing pains, you're gonna have your highs and your lows, and then you might be typecast, and then you might be the bad guy for a long time until eventually people just don't want to cast you for roles anymore. Their characters are like super serious, but also sometimes serious to the point where it's kind of ridiculous and funny. And of course the ending is the last thing I would have to say is a major positive, because it's a good build up and then the ending just happens, and it won't be a Tarantino film without a lot of blood, and you get a lot of blood at the end, so don't worry, the payoff is there. Now my problems. Margot Robbie's a good actress, but her character in this movie, Sharon Tate, could have been completely written out. Like, she was given nothing to do, and there were scenes that just didn't lead up to anything, and she didn't really have a lot to say either, honestly. I went to the movie thinking that this was about her, but it was really about Leo's and Brad Pitt's characters. But if you cut her out entirely, yeah, it wouldn't have changed the ending at all, really. Bruce Lee's character has a little, like, cameo, and he's a little mistreated. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, and he was kind of, you know, the butt of all jokes, which I didn't mind at first, but now that I think about it, I'm like, oh man, they did him dirty. And he looked a little ridiculous, honestly. That actor looks nothing like Bruce Lee. I mean, maybe the hair, but the hair might be fake. So, the movie also felt a little long. It comes in almost at 3 hours. It could have been about 45 minutes less, because there are some scenes that just dragged out, and there were some scenes that didn't really lead up to anything, and there's some scenes that didn't really have payoff. Like, there was a certain scene that happened at this certain ranch, and it felt like it was about 30 minutes or so, when really it didn't have to be that long. It could have been like 5 or 10, and then you're out of there. I mean, I enjoy every moment of this movie. It's really drawn out, and it's really intense at times, but there's some things that you didn't really need, because again, it doesn't really affect the end, and it didn't really have any payoff from something building up from the beginning. Other than that though, the acting was amazing. I enjoy movies that center around actors in Hollywood. Actors acting as actors in Hollywood. Some great dialogue and an amazing end. I just wish there were some scenes that they didn't need taken out, and I also wish that was a little shorter. So I give the movie a 3.75 out of 5, almost a 4, but those things, like, it was too long, there were some unnecessary scenes, and the Sharon Tate character was just not needed at all, or just keeping it from being higher for me. And that's gonna be it for me, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this one. And as always, you guys take care, and I'll see you all a little bit later.